So good morning from the Jeep. I slept through another night. It was actually really nice. It was about 55, 56 degrees in the Jeep overnight. I just had the window open this morning. And relatively speaking, pretty warm for what it's worth. My buddy Sam gave me a down sleeping bag just in case, but this fleece blanket was plenty sufficient. It was really handy this morning. I had my contacts in, and it's kind of cold outside, so I was able to actually use the sink inside the Jeep to wash my hands before I put my contacts in, which that has now been very helpful. I don't have Wi-Fi here, which is this will be an interesting topic going forward. They had AT&T service, and theirs worked perfectly fine, and but ring slow internet. But I should have been able to get internet from Google Fi's network roaming off of AT&T, but I was unable to. So I'll have to look into that and see why that is. I did have shore power, so I was able to actually take this power cable and plug it into their power, and I didn't even have to use my solar, which was kind of nice. Kept all the batteries charged up. They've been charging everything, heated stuff. Refrigerator's up in the front seat, keeping cool with some cookies. I was cooking out yesterday on the grill and everything. That all worked great. The awning, I had to use that because it was raining, so that covers perfectly the back of the Jeep. The only one thing with that is I really need to redesign it because I just used a cheap tarp that was way too big for the application, and it becomes saggy in spots, as you can kind of see there. I leave it out overnight because it kind of blocks out the back window. But otherwise, pretty successful. For anyone who has visited this channel for JScan app, there's a little dongle down there. You can't see it at all. I found out a fatal flaw. My idea was originally with the Jeep that if it was too hot or too cold in the Jeep, the remote start button would give me about 15 or 20 minutes of run time, and then that would be able to cool the vehicle or heat the vehicle accordingly, and then it would just automatically shut off. And since I always have a little bit of airflow in the vehicle, probably not a big disastrous option. However, just like many Jeeps, I have the gas cap issue all the time, and so there's an evaporative leak somewhere in the evap system. And the check engine light came on, and I went to use JScan to reset that, and it wouldn't work because it couldn't connect to the internet. So JScan is a great app, but if you don't have internet where you're camping, it won't work, which is really annoying because it can't verify the VIN. So that would be something I think they should work on, because I had to use another app that I could clear the codes with so that if I did want to, I could. Luckily, I did not need it, but yeah. So I learned that from camping. JScan is not wireless in its capacity to operate without. I always use air, like this little pink pump, isn't it cute? I always use these vacuum seal bags for everything, all my sleep stuff, all my extra jackets, anything that lives in the Jeep semi-permanently, like these pillows, which are my camp pillows. Not only does it take up zero space because I can just suck all of the air out of it, but it keeps it not smelling like it's been in a Jeep for months on end when you go to use it. So that's a really clever way. I used to use Ziploc bags as a kid. That was the easiest way to go camping, and just use a big Ziploc bag for all your dirty clothes so they don't smell in the same space that you're camping in. And usually bringing a couple of dryer sheets to throw in that Ziploc bag, or one or two in the space that you're in so it doesn't get too stinky. But yeah. I think successful camping trip. I'm about to head back in another hour or two. I'm going to cook some breakfast and then head back on out.